Global film. Okay, here we go. All right, welcome to episode 12 of Four Competitors Only. I'm your host, Jeremy Kaziva, aka He Culture. We got Ben, Chris, Dilo, and the one and only, the famous viral Heath fan, Jaymion Andrade. What's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today?
So
My
after what's
voice,
up,
my kind of
champ?
lost my voice a little bit. Lost my voice just a little bit last night.
I can tell. I mean, that was insane. Like this morning, I DM'd you saying how much we appreciate you staying for Hate Nation. Like all the way New Orleans
Yeah,
representing. We appreciate that very much, man.
yeah, that was crazy. I didn't expect for all that to go down. I didn't think that it was gonna end up on ESPN and everything. That was crazy.
Or on this podcast in the first place either.
Yeah.
But so last night, the Heat were in New Orleans facing the Pelicans.
hmm
Butler obviously was carrying the weight for most of the time with Hero. I wasn't watching parts of the game. Then we go in the fourth quarter. A minute into the fourth quarter, all hell breaks loose. Can you please explain to me how that moment, the environment felt to you seeing that in person?
Honestly, it was the first time I experienced something that crazy, like in terms of fighting in an NBA game. So it was crazy, but it was a really good experience. It was I was literally right behind the Heat bench, and where I was, there was a couple of Heat fans, but it was just nothing but like Pelicans fans around. And when that moment happened, I literally wasn't doing anything. I was just, cheering on like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then all of a sudden, one of the security came and got me. But the whole entire game, though, I was heckling the fans and everything. And not for nothing, I had great seats. I was sitting in like literally fifth row up from right behind the bench,
Wow.
but then like two rows in front of me, like the like five seats cleared, like the fans left a little early. So I ended up going, I scooted up a couple of rows up really fast. And when I scooted up a couple rows, oh my God, all the fans really wasn't having it. They went crazy on me. Like they was not having it. So when they started heckling me because I moved up, I heckled back. Because where I guess where I moved up, it was like season ticket holders. So they knew I didn't
Right.
belong there. But I'm like, I literally have two rows back. So they even called the security on me and everything, like, oh, he doesn't belong here. And I showed security. I'm like, I'm only two rows back. So then they put me back in my seat. But then when they put me back in my original seat, which is only two rows back, that's when I was just exposed to everybody. So then that just heckling back and forth. But it wasn't even nothing crazy. I just kept on saying like, rooting for the Heat, obviously, and just saying like booing every time the Pelicans do anything, I'll boo them. But it's like they was just getting mad. They probably got fed up with me because and the funny thing about that nobody even knows, when they came and kicked me out, that you guys saw everything on video, they brought me downstairs to the security area. And when they brought me back to security, as soon as I get downstairs, the main guy or whatever, he's like, "Oh, you guys have the wrong dude. He's good. You guys got to escort him back." So they escort me back, but when they escorted me back, they escorted me back through the Heat, like the visitors tunnel, so where the Heat came out of.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm walking down the tunnel, and then when I walk down the tunnel, I'm literally like aligned with the Heat bench. So they literally leave me there. They're like, "Oh, find your way back to your seat." So I'm like, I'm just gonna stay right here until somebody comes and gets me. Like I'm right by the Heat bench now. So I was just chilling over there for a little bit, and the security came like, "Oh, you don't belong here. You got to go to your seat." So I was like, "Oh, one of the security left me here. I didn't really know where to go." So then they let me in. So I'm going. So where my section was 113, and then
Mm-hmm.
where they let me back in was where 115 is. So it's like one row over. So now I'm going up the stairs, up row 115 to go around to go down 113 where I was originally sitting. So as I'm going up 115, the whole time in my mind, I'm like, yo, they do not know what's about to hit them because they thought I was getting kicked out. Because I was never supposed to get kicked out to begin with. I didn't even do anything wrong, which is the crazy thing. I literally did nothing. I was just being a Heat fan. And I got kicked out for it. It's like it was the most ridiculous thing because I was with two other people. I'm the only one
Oh.
that I'm the only one that got kicked out. Like, what did I do wrong? You know what I mean? It was
So,
crazy. So when I went up 115, the people that were in that row, like they recognized me because I was only one row over. They're like, "Oh, you're back, you're back." I'm like, "Yeah, y'all thought you was gonna get rid of me. You thought you was gonna get rid of me." So I go up, I go around. So now when I go around, I'm getting ready to come back down the stairs and really heckle the people that was on video. like, oh, you guys thought you was gonna get rid of me, but before I could take my first step to go back down the stairs, security grabbed me again. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Mind you, when they grabbed me again, they said, oh, you're good. We just need to get your ID just so we can have you on record, but it's gonna be quick and you'll come right back. I'm like, man, you guys basically making me miss the whole fourth quarter at this point. You know what I mean? Like, this is ridiculous. So they escort me back downstairs to the security. And when they escort me downstairs, I'm there for like a good 15 minutes watching the game on the TV at this point. Yeah, literally, I'm just watching the whole fourth quarter end. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, and then they come back like, oh, we're not kicking you out of the arena. Like, we're not banning you from the arena, but you can't come back to this game. I'm like, I'm even asking them, like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know what they told me? They said, oh, you was saying swear words. NBA code of conduct, you can't swear in the arenas no more. They literally told me that NBA code of conduct, you cannot swear. You can't say any swear words.
BS.
I'm like, that's the most insane. I'm like, that's the most insane thing in the world. I'm literally getting, you can literally see in the video, all these fans are heckling me saying, fuck you, fuck you. Like, what?
It's players. It's crazy. And it's in the court. I guarantee you in the court, if players do the same thing, they don't get kicked out.
Exactly. Mind you, I'm around nothing but Pelican fans. All I'm hearing is fuck Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? Like, all that's okay. If I was a Pelicans fan, guarantee you I would have been fine. But because I was a Heat fan, and I was literally I was definitely the loudest Heat fan in the section, and they probably was just fed up by it. And I had such great seats that I was like right by the security. He probably just got sick of me. I don't know. They probably just got sick of the energy because I lost my voice last night and everything. I kind of got it back a little bit, but
yeah, I guess security couldn't handle how it felt to be a real Heat fan out there.
It was insane. It was insane.
Like the three only Heat fans. It was you and your friends only Heat fans, or just you?
I went with my sister. My sister surprised me because, mind you, it was my birthday. That's a crazy thing.
Wow.
I went for my birthday. Yeah, it was my. Wow. I went for the game for my birthday. My sister got me tickets for the game. Paid over $1,000 for the tickets just for me to get kicked out of the game. Jeez. But I won't even lie though. The whole getting kicked out, the experience of that, it was kind of fun. It was. I can't even lie about it. Like,
you had a pretty.
It was fun. It was fun. Everybody booing me the whole way up. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even do anything wrong. I was just a Heat fan, and I'm getting kicked out. Like, what is this?
I guess now I know how Butler feels to get heckled every game. Doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And those pictures that went viral, those pictures this morning story, heckling the crowd. That's what I love from Heat players and even Heat fans. That's what makes it different from everyone else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been to a few. That's the first time I went. Well, the second time I went to a Heat game that was away. Because another fun fact. I'm actually from the enemy territory where I live. Oh. So I go through it every day. I literally live in Boston.
Okay.
I live in Boston. So imagine how it was last year during the playoffs. Oh my God, it was intense. It was intense. Especially when we got to Game 7, I really thought we might have blew it. And then when we didn't, I went and bought like 100 balloons, blew them all up, and put them in my friend's room with a like a big number 4. We beat them. It was crazy. Like, yeah. So yeah, I go through it every day out here, living in Boston as a Heat fan.
You're a survivor.
Oh my God, I deal with it every day. So what happened in New Orleans last night, that was fun to me. Because I deal with 10 times worse up here in Boston. So everywhere I go, like all my friends are all Celtics fans.
Oh boy! So
yeah, everybody
in the playoffs, it's the toughest time for you. Probably.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, I represent my Heat hard. I got the tattoos on me.
Let me ask you.
My basement decorated. I got a couple of facts over here too.
You better give us a sneak peek.
I got you.
All right, let me ask you. I got a question for you.
I got D Wade's last game.
Himself.
Yeah, that's fire. That is fire.
Good triple double last game, you know.
That is fire. So let me ask you. How long were you Heat fan for?
Ooh, okay.
My whole life, man. I remember back in 2006 when I was in middle school. When I had a little bedtime watching the finals, I had to like sneak the TV on and watch the game. Got another big one over here.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey, that guy.
Mm-hmm. That's the squad right there. Got the tattoo. I'm a Falcons fan too, ironically. We don't have to talk about that.
Poor guy.
But yeah, I got that. Got the Heat tattoo over here.
You got it everywhere. That's crazy. That's amazing.
Everywhere. I go to work. Go to work with my hard hat.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's the only thing
cool.
on the hard hat too. You know,
That's the only thing.
Miami out over here at work everywhere I go.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Let him know. What a guy.
I love it. I love it. It was a fun time last night though. It really was. I enjoyed it.
All right, Chris, Dito, Ben, you guys got any questions for him you want to ask?
Yeah, so obviously in the video we see you getting escorted up the stairs and chirping at some of the fans. What were some of the things that they were telling you? I mean, some of the fans were like jumping out kind of into the road there to kind of get at you. So what was some of that conversation like?
Honestly, just a regular fuck you, get out of here, boo this, boo that. And then I just kept on saying 305 till I die, 305 till I die, Miami Nation. I even said this is my arena now, and I said I'll be back, because I literally was like, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't even know why I'm getting kicked out. So I literally just kept saying I'll be back. And then sure enough, as I thought I was coming back, they was really gonna hear it, but then they got me right before I can come back fully. That was upsetting, but
And
yeah,
when did you realize, like, obviously, did somebody message you and say, hey, you're viral now, or did you?
Yeah, funny enough, the first person that messaged me was one of my friends. That's another Heat fan as well. And he messaged me like, yo, you're going viral right now. And it was while I was getting escorted out. Like, I was literally getting kicked out while he messaged me. So I'm like, what the hell? So then he sent me the video. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So
Yeah,
it was a dope experience for sure. You're funny enough. I'm getting Heat Pelicans games when we face them March 22nd, and I'm gonna be in Miami for that one.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to Miami for that game for sure. So everybody got to put all their money on Miami that game because we're not losing that one.
Real quick, Jaymion, real quick. So we got some new comments here, and two of them are asking for you to explain what happened again. So do you mind just for the newcomers to explain the story but in short form for them? What happened? They got you kicked out.
So basically, I was heckling with the fans, just talking regular back and forth, you know, booing every time Pelicans did something, and then cheering when the Heat would do stuff. But I probably was the loudest Heat fan there. And on top of that, I had great seats, so I was kind of like, you know, I was like, I was real high up there, so I was being loud. And on top of that, that's when I also moved a couple of rows up. Fans saw me doing that, so they just wasn't having it.
So you just you're a heckler.
Yeah, they just wasn't feeling me, and the security probably didn't like me either. And then I got escorted out, and they literally told me that, oh, it's NBA code of conduct. You can't swear in the arenas. That's what they told me is the reason I got kicked out, because I swore.
Man. That's BS.
They literally told me the reason I got kicked out is because I swore. The most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
So humans can't swear? Like, that's language.
Yeah. I was like, I don't understand what happened to freedom of speech.
Exactly. But I guess like if you're doing it like enough and loudly, it can get annoying, and that's what a heckler is basically. Just nonstop cursing, nonstop ranting.
But the funny thing is, I'm one person with hundreds of people heckling the Heat. You know what I mean? So it's like, why am I getting kicked out? Is it because I'm a Heat fan? And I don't get it. Get it.
But I guarantee
it's almost like in the middle of that whole scuffle, they just wanted to de-escalate things. Because then even all the on the other side, mind you, there was Pelicans fans throwing food at Heat players.
Yeah.
I didn't even see if they got kicked out. Because I ended up seeing the video after he threw something, like he like fell back, like he was trying to hide. It's like that's all that none of that stuff gets noticed. But then just me being a Heat fan, I get kicked out for it. It's just ridiculous. It didn't make any sense. I even told him, I was like, yo, y'all owe me tickets for something, because this don't make no damn sense.
That's facts.
Paying over $1,000 to go see the game just to get kicked out for nothing. Yeah, missing the whole game. And mind you, the fourth quarter was the best. Fourth quarter was the best part. The fourth quarter got real good.
Hey, let me ask you also, has your profile accounts ever have they blown up since the whole shout outs of you on the bigger accounts?
In terms of following or just messages?
Both, I guess.
Well, I've gotten so many messages and stuff like that, but like just a few Heat fan followers followed me as well, messaged me too.
Including me. You're welcome.
Nothing crazy though. Just a decent amount, including you. Yeah, he was the biggest one.
And the biggest one, really.
Yeah, the biggest one for sure.
Oh, that's nice to hear because there's other ones.
The most important one too. The only one that matters, Heat Nation over here. Everything else can kick rocks.
Oh yeah, you made me real proud, man. I was watching you on the TV and I was like, I don't know him, but that's my guy right there. That's my guy for sure.
It was dope, man. It was dope. I'm glad Heat Nation enjoyed that for sure. I was reading all the comments too. Everybody was loving it. So
I know you made us proud, dude. You made us real proud. Yeah, you got some nice spunk, man. Yeah, getting left with your head high.
Yeah, just look for me in that next game too. Next month, March 22nd, I'll be there.
Oh, they're gonna give you the camera time too. They give you camera time for sure.
Jaymion,
they're gonna have to look for me. They're gonna have to look for me. I'm probably see what your jersey on.
Jaymion, real quick, can you spell out your handle on Twitter?
Might have to wear this one right here. The morning.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Stand out a little bit, you know.
That's
Just a little
beautiful.
bit. I had to throw that one on. But funny enough, I actually don't really use Twitter too much. I've always had one, but I just never use it. But after all that happened, I ended up having to go on it because that's where a lot of people kind of made it go crazy. But yeah, do I type it somewhere? Or do you want me to say it to you?
No, yeah, just tell me and I'll type it myself.
It's JayBoii.
BOII.
No, wait, it's JAYX.
X.
BOII 93.
Gotcha. Because I have someone commenting asking for your Twitter. But
Say it again.
Because someone commented asking what's your Twitter because they want to check the video and everything. So I took the fans and the followers.
Nice. Appreciate you guys.
And you get some extra followers too, because once this goes up, I promote it on 5 Reasons Sports. I promote it on my account. You get some extra followers tonight, baby.
Yeah, we really. I want all the Heat Nation to pull up to that game when we face them again. See if they can handle the Heat in Miami.
Promise me one thing. March 22nd, when you're at the game, me, you will go IG live and we'll witness the whole thing together, the beginning parts of it.
Oh, absolutely.
We gotta do that. Collab.
That'll be dope for sure.
Because I've never spoken to a huge ass Heat fan like you, especially in a road game, and to see and to experience what it's like to be that kind of fan on the road. That thing's guts, man. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing I can do because I don't live in Miami. I mean, I travel to Miami a lot because I literally love Miami. Love it so much. But yeah, I'm not even from there, so I deal with that away experience all the time. Like, especially like I said, living in Boston, I deal with it from my friends all the time. Bunch of Celtics fans around me. So,
Dino, are you there? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I have to remove you. I have to pick you out because your picture like got stuck. So I had to
what
the whole time in the last 2 minutes, your picture froze. So I had to remove you and add you back to see if that would work. Now it's just a black screen for you.
Oh, lovely. Hold on.
You want to log out and come back in? All right. Happens all the time. That's what happens to StreamYard. But anyways, Chris, you got any questions you want to ask him or anything at all? Because we're talking to
the questions were asked, honestly.
Heat fan right here.
I mean,
I got one actually. I got one. So,
what's your favorite Heat player of all time?
Wade. That's my guy, man. Wade is the reason I'm a Heat fan. Literally the reason.
That's awesome.
My guy.
Me
man.
too.
It's my dog.
Let me ask.
Yeah.
So
I say it again. Sorry, go ahead.
So in the past, throughout all those history of the Heat in Boston, what was your favorite like memory or game you saw in Boston, possibly with the Heat Celtics games? Were you ever in those games?
Yeah, I went to a couple a while back though, but honestly, my favorite ones is the ones I haven't been to. Like number one is obviously Game 7 this past year. That's easily the number one. Because that was, I can't even lie, I was a little bit nervous for that game. I did not think we was going to be able to pull it off in Boston, especially with how bad that Game 6 loss was. because that little stupid buzzer beater. I really thought I was going to snatch our soul for Game 7, especially going to Boston. I really wish I would have went to that game, but the tickets are just ridiculous. You're paying over $1,000 for nosebleed seats, like, and tickets in Boston too. It's so expensive, it's ridiculous. I mean, basketball games in general is really expensive, but especially in Boston, you're paying lots of money just for nosebleed seats. Like, it's almost not even worth it. But
lose every year.
Yeah, it's
All right, so hearing that you're a Heat fan since like 06, right? Or you're past that.
well, a little bit before that, but yeah, around that time when I was a little bit younger kid.
What, if you can you give me your top 5 favorite Heat moments?
Top 5 Heat moments.
Yeah, plays or Heat moments, but not including the championships, not including like that's too easy.
So just like probably one of them is D Wade's buzzer beater in Chicago, that off 1 foot. That's a top one when he stood on the announce table. That's one of them. And one of my favorites is the triple double game. That's why I bought the plaque for it as well. The last game. And even the game before that when he dropped 30, because he had a game in Miami. He dropped 30. His last 2 games were amazing. He had like 30 something the last game in Miami, and then right after had a triple double for the game after. That was a dope. That was a heartfelt moment. Hit hard. And honestly, not winning the championship, but the way that D Wade turned up in a whole nother level after going down 0-2 and 06. That was incredible to see him dropping almost 40 a game every game after that. And I was not a big I hated LeBron until he came to Miami. Until he came to Miami. Yeah. Because to me, I mean, D Wade was D Wade, Kobe, LeBron, top 3 in the league.
Okay.
So I hated Kobe and LeBron because they were in my boy's way. You know what I mean? My boy was number 1 in my eyes.
Oh
my
my
boy was
God.
number 1 in my eyes.
100%.
And then LeBron comes and joins the Heat, and all of a sudden my boy's Robin. I didn't like that low key. I didn't at first. It took me a little bit to grow into it.
Had to adjust.
Yeah, I had to adjust a little bit, but obviously I love LeBron. That's the GOAT to me. So, but I was also young. I was also young at the time as well. So, but yeah, LeBron is the GOAT to me. That's number 1 ever. My eyes.
And how about that Wade dunk on Verjao? Where's that?
Oh, the Wade dunk on Varejao was literally one of my favorites, and the Perkins one as well. Both.
Yes.
Both was amazing.
Yeah. Especially how on Perkins he like froze midair before that dunk.
Was crazy. That was crazy. That was actually funny enough. That Varejao dunk. That was literally like my earliest favorite memory. Like,
wow.
If I could think of like one of my favorites from D Wade, at least, it's probably one of like the earliest ones because that happened when I was like really young too. I remember that one. That was crazy.
I was gonna say that was a minute ago.
I watched that game too on TV live when it happened. That was crazy.
I was supposed to actually go to that game. I was at the game before, and I was mad I didn't get to go because I was watching it live, and that would have been awesome to experience in person.
Yeah, for sure.
How old are you, Ben?
I'm going to be 27 here in April, so I'm the same story as Jay as he's talking over here. Is I started watching about a year or 2 before we won the first championship, so it was like probably that season before that I watched, and when they won, I just stuck with them. So being from Pittsburgh, there's no NBA teams here, so I hate everything Philly. I can't stand Cleveland, so I ended up seeing Dwayne Wade. And I was a fan from the beginning, but I
was weird.
Two games a year I go to, whether usually one in Miami, then either one in DC, one in Cleveland. I've gone to Chicago, I've gone to Cleveland, DC, so Orlando.
Speaking of Cleveland, do you know what's always gonna haunt my brain about Cleveland? Seeing Wade play there out of like almost nowhere, but. Obviously, we know why back with LeBron, but that team to me was like a nightmare of a team. Like and thank God he went to Miami during the season before the trade deadline, but I see why he went to Chicago back home. They went to the playoffs, but just seeing him team up with LeBron, that team with Derrick Rose, Kevin Love, like they were like the targeted version of Golden State right now, like targeted version of of an All Star team, because they were like not washed, but not like like peak.
That was the weirdest thing ever because I did see Wade play in Cleveland in person, and I'm like, Wade's my guy. He's a reason I started watching Miami, but I got to root for the Heat. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
that was actually LeBron's first ever ejection. I was at that game.
Right.
They were killing Miami, and he got ejected. But it was like something doesn't belong here. But of course, then when I got the notification that he was traded back to Miami, I don't know. I freaked out just as much as Ray Allen's buzzer beat.
Oh man!
Oh my God, that's another one. That's another moment that I forgot to mention.
Yeah, you did forget that.
Definitely forgot that.
I was a sophomore in high school, dude. I think I was in math class, dude. I saw the Bleacher Report pop up on my phone. Oh, I damn near ran out of class. Oh man.
Yes, I was in class too. I was in class. I had to run out for the first time, and I actually screamed in the bathroom. Like the first time I ever ran out during class, it was during that moment. The best moment of my life, probably.
Up to that point, for sure. Beautiful moment.
I was definitely upset when Dwayne Wade left, though. He was just going to Cleveland, Chicago. It's like, what are you doing, man? This is crazy. What are you doing? Yeah, I'd rather him have retired. Like, bro, damn, the tank's already low. You're just making yourself look crazy right now, damn.
So I have a question quick about, obviously last night. So we always say that Jimmy Butler doesn't really come around until close to the playoff Jimmy. And obviously earlier today on Instagram, he posted it's time. Like last night sparked like playoff Jimmy is here now. So to you, how does that feel that you kind of had a part of that? This is what's going on here on video, and now you might be a part of playoff Jimmy coming alive.
Honestly, I was literally telling my friend earlier that it was actually crazy that we went to probably the best game of the year so far. First game after the All-Star break for us, at least. And definitely we needed that. As a team, we needed that because it's been a little off. I feel like maybe, I don't know if it's the addition of Rozier that's just throwing things off. I don't know what it is, but it's weird. But because even last year we were shaky, but it's like it still felt like we were, we had something going. But this year it's like I don't know. It's like it seems to me like they're still trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
I feel like that fight last night helped them come together a little bit more, honestly. Because you see Jovic was over there, Thomas Bryant. It's like these guys are.
Remember that fight that went viral like 2 years ago, I think, or last year, between the Heat bench itself? I think this fight was another version of that, but I think that fight we had last night was the same version of that. It just lit a fire under the Heat. And Miami is 7-2, I'm pretty sure, since that players' meeting after that awful 7-game losing streak. We're 7-2 since then. We have the best defense in February. Because last night Pelicans, with 8 minutes left, they scored I think 4 more points with 8 minutes left.
Yeah, Bam. Yeah, because I didn't even know that Jimmy Butler got ejected because in the midst of that, that's when I got kicked out.
Oh yeah.
So that's when I ended up seeing on the TV. Jimmy Butler obviously wasn't in the game, so I figured he got ejected. But Bam went crazy. He stepped up, and that was because Bam was slacking the whole game.
Until Butler ejected, right?
Yeah. Funny enough, he almost messed up my parlay.
That's tough.
But then,
no, not the way.
But then Hawkins ended up messing my parlay instead. Because funny enough, my sister loves Hawkins.
Hawkins. I thought you said Hawkins.
No, she loves Hawkins, so she had a Hawkins jersey on, and then she had like a poster board saying like, "Oh, we travel thousands of miles to come see you." Or she said, "I traveled 1,000 miles to come see you," and he actually saw the sign and threw her a little heart. That's awesome. after he threw her the heart, I was like, "Oh, I'm taking the over on his points. He's about to have a good game, He got a fan in the stands with a sign hold. You know what I mean? A fan holding his sign. the only
taking
fan,
the
the only
over.
fan, the only fan got his jersey on. So I was like taking the over. Yeah.
But after all that, I think he was like what 1-4. Like his 3-pointers has been pretty. He's been slacking with
Yeah,
those
I've seen he's like 11% since he came back or something like that.
which
Or
obviously
like
isn't that
something
good.
crazy. Something
But-
crazy. His percentage is extremely low.
But today
Jimmy
I
Butler
tagged
something
Ellington on my story to help our boy out because I'm sure he's the reason why Hawkins was so good from 3-point because we have Pitt for that. I mean Hawkins only scored 8 points, 2 for 8. Lately, he has been that good, but Miami's been that great. So I'm not sure. Like, and plus Dylan Wright didn't play yet, so we're not sure how he's gonna contribute to his team. Who knows? Maybe Monday when our team will be suspended probably for that game. You have Terry Rozier, who I'm pretty sure will be playing. So why I see Monday? I can see
Monday's actually gonna be interesting because of all the suspensions. All the suspensions. I heard a lot of guys were going to be suspended, so I don't even know if we're going to have enough.
Yeah, on the report, man.
I mean,
I'm still waiting on the report.
According to Winderman on Twitter, he thinks not official. It's not official yet, but he says he thinks you can see a list of Caleb Martin, Tyler Hero, Nico, Bam, even, and he mentioned one other player. I'm not sure who, but we can see like 4 or 5 players just suspended on Monday and have a whole upgraded version of Sioux Falls Skyforce against the Kings with Butler. I'm not sure if Butler's suspended or not. I'm not sure. But, Spoelstra's a madman. You never know what could happen.
Yeah.
Orlando Robinson minutes. Woo!
Currently, assassin. So I don't know about the Robinson yet. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lineup already with like Terry Rozier or Dylan Wright. Duncan might be suspended too. I don't even know.
I was upset. I was upset Rozier didn't play yesterday. I was upset I didn't get to see Rozier play yesterday. Though.
Yeah, I was shocked. Terry didn't play, did he?
No, he didn't.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I thought he would have played, but at least I got to see Butler though, because he took those couple games off for the
It's up to Jimmy
thing.
You got to see as much of the game as he did.
Literally, we got ejected. Me and Butler got ejected together. I need him to shout me out, man.
You're locked in.
By the way, the picture he posted on a story of him making the little side eye as he was waving goodbye to the crowd. Was he looking at you, maybe?
No, I was already out by then.
Oh, you were okay.
Yeah, because when I got kicked out, when I was getting escorted out, it was like a little bit after the scuffle when they were reviewing, because they reviewed it for a few minutes. It was getting reviewed for a while, so it was during the review and everything that I was getting kicked out. Yeah.
Let me ask, was this your first fight you saw in person in your life?
Yeah, at a game. Yeah, that was the first one. That was crazy. Because all you hear is the fans booing. Crazy.
Man, just imagine a fight in the playoffs. How much more intense that is.
Yeah, just in general. I've never been to a playoff game, but just in general, how the intense it is. Like every play, fans going crazy in the playoffs. You could hear it on TV. So I can't even imagine in person. I would love to go to a playoff game for sure.
But honestly, Jay, you made a great point earlier, man. I never felt so confident in the Heat this season after Jimmy Butler's interview last game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been saying all year too. Our team this year is a lot better on paper than it was last year.
Oh,
I really believe that.
Yeah.
We're a lot better on paper. So.
Nice.
And we still have the core guys. We still got the core guys, man.
Guys.
Boston don't want that smoke. Boston better hope somebody else gets rid of us before they see us.
The fact that Jimmy Butler spoke with confidence is insane. I mean, granted, he does it on the regular.
Exactly.
The fact that he just specifically said, "Oh, we're gonna win. We're the better team, regardless." I'm not calling them a liar. So.
Oh yeah, when they say you think that's gonna carry over next game, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna beat them again with a better team." Yep, I'm gonna be there. I have to be there for that. I gotta be there.
I'm tuned in. I'm watching.
gotta be there.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
All right. So Ben, Chris, do you have any closing questions or opinions you want to ask Jaymion? All right. Jaymion, before we close out, we got a game Monday in Sacramento. It's probably going to be an upgraded version of Sioux Falls Skyforce, or whoever's not suspended. It might shock you, against surging Sacramento Kings. Can you give us a hot take regarding that game?
Rozier's dropping 30.
That's if he plays.
That's if he plays. Yeah.
But
That's what I was gonna say. Hopefully he plays. I feel like he's gonna have to play. We're gonna have a few suspensions. He's gonna have to play.
yeah,
He's gonna have to play. I heard Bam might not play either. I don't even remember Bam being a part.
Bam was already on the court.
Yeah, I don't even remember Bam doing anything. So that's why I was
tried
like,
to
what
stay
is
as close to the sides as he could, but Adam Silver going to be tripping. I already know it.
Yes.
Adam Silver about to tweak out.
Oh yeah, for sure. They like to make an example out of guys.
All right, so this is for everyone, for Ben, Chris, Dilo, and Jaymion. Monday, obviously, we're all Heat fans. We expect them to win. So give me not a hot take, but who you think will be the high score of the game, and what the score will be ahead of Monday's late night game. By the way, guys, late night game, 10 p.m. as we continue on our West Coast road trip.
I got Rozier, like I said. Rozier gonna go off. Hopefully he plays. If not, I don't know. It's tough.
Ben,
because all of our guys, we literally have a bunch of guys that all score about the same.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's unpredictable, these players.
But the reason why I say Rozier though is because I feel like if I wouldn't even be mad if a lot of these guys get suspended too, because it's gonna help Rozier figure out something without those guys out there. I don't know. He's gonna be a little bit more free out there. I feel like it probably wouldn't even be a bad idea to have Rozier come off the bench because he could be more free, do whatever he wants. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Ben,
it's crazy.
Give us
we gotta figure something out with Rozier though,
exactly.
before playoff time comes. We have to figure something out with him because he's too good. He's too good, and if we don't figure, playoff time we'll figure it out. I'm sure, but.
So I would say Heat win 108-105. I think it'll be a close game in Sacramento. They find a way to pull it out. With the list of names of people that might not be playing, I think the safe choice would be Duncan Robinson because he's really the only big name that hasn't been listed that might be suspended. If Rozier's healthy enough to come back and play, then I would definitely say Terry as well. Jimmy could have a Jimmy game if he's not suspended, right? So depending on the suspensions, let's say everybody's suspended a game. I'm going to say Duncan Robinson, 6 3-pointers, and we get the job done.
Right.
We get the job done because he's a safe play. 108.
That's a good call.
Pete.
That's a good call for sure. He had a few threes in the game last night too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
big ones. Yeah,
five
big ones. Yeah, and crazy enough, I didn't get to see none of them. I only seen him hit one the whole game. I'm telling you, everything good happened when I got kicked out. Crazy.
Chris,
and, it would have been amazing to be in that arena after we won. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I was outside the arena just waiting for all the fans to come out. Every fan that walked out that building, they were leaving early. By the time I got kicked out, there was fans walking out with me. Because by the time they brought me to security and everything, there was probably like 4 minutes left by the time I actually left the building, and we was already up like 10 at that point, and that's when there was already Pelicans players leaving. Fans leaving. I just I was obnoxious right after, even after the game when everybody walked out the arena. I was still letting them have it. I just kept saying, "This is our arena now." This is our arena now. Simple as that.
All right, Chris.
I'm gonna say Jaime leads the way.
That would be nice.
And I think we're gonna win by 5, and we keep them under 100 points because our defense has been like clicking lately. As of lately, pretty much.
The suspension.
Yeah.
We all know who I'm choosing, man. Number 55.
Duncan Robinson.
Elite sniper. Y'all know that's my guy. I got Duncan going for 47, 9 threes. et cetera, et cetera.
I believe that. I actually believe that. It's possible.
107 is crazy.
All jokes aside, y'all know how I feel about my guy. 100% bias. Give him the rock, move out the way. So Duncan's gonna go on there.
We need him to do that in the playoffs this year.
He has the green light, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So,
I think he's definitely gonna have the green light, especially this year for sure.
I do think it's gonna be a close dinger. No more than 5 points. Maybe 3. I'm putting my money on a 3-point win. Low hundreds for sure. Maybe like maybe like 107, 104, something like that. With all our main guys out, potentially, I'm not gonna say they're out. Potentially, with our main guys being out, it could be a rough one. But I got faith in my guys. So,
all right. And I'm not gonna pick anyone as far as stats because this team is unpredictable. Anyone can go off. I'm gonna say just a simple Heat clutch game win, unless forget that, a Heat clutch game win. No unless. For those watching, we got Heat Kings as they continue our 4-game West Coast road trip in Sacramento. The Kings are surging, but Miami's even hotter. So let's see what happens that game, and we'll see you guys next episode. Jaymion Andrade, brother, thank you so much for hopping on. Heat Nation loves you. We all appreciate you. And let me tell you, you got some guts out there, for sure.
For sure, man. I love Heat Nation too, man. And it's about that time, fellas. It's about that time we start turning up.
Yes, sir.
We need to see Boston. I want to see Boston in the first round. That's what I want.
First round.
Oh boy. First round. That's what I want. We could stay at the 8th seed. That's what I want. I want Boston round 1. Boston don't want us round 1. We want Boston.
Facts. That's what
I'm saying. Second round. First round is crazy. First round is crazy.
Nah, we need them first round. They're not getting their feet wet, nothing. They're walking right into the Lions. They're walking right into the Lions den. No tune up for nothing. Right away. Right away.
Get them out of there.
Get them out of there early. We need to snatch their soul again. What is it? What do we win? What do we win? 4 of the last 5?
Something around that. Something like that. Mm-hmm. And plus, what's even funnier is that Boston has like a 7-game lead against the 2nd seed. They have a cushion in the 1st seed. So if you get them in the first round,
they're definitely locked in for the first seed for sure.
If we get them in the first round and Boston leaves in the first round, 7-game cushion right now. That's what I'm talking about. Firing a coach kind of L right there.
Yeah.
Again. All right, guys. I want to thank real quick Ben, Chris, Dilo, and Jaymion, the famous Battle Heat fan, for helping on.
Yes, sir.
Next week we have another special guest, so please stay tuned for that. And this has been another episode, amazing episode of Book Players Only. Peace out. Thanks for joining.
All right, guys. Have a good one.